Yeah.
All right. And we're live.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you to Lakemen Field here in Waupaca, Wisconsin for today's Dairyland Conference matchup, well, Dairyland League matchup, I should say, between the visiting Broncos of Bonduel and the homestanding Waupaca Lakemen. I'm Jack Weber, along with my good friend Brendan Retzloff here today on a cool but not terrible day here in Waupaca, Wisconsin. We had some rain last night, which was much needed. Much needed is an understatement.
Much needed, most definitely. I mean, for myself, being a golfer, not the biggest fan of it, especially when I get some time off, but I agree with you. Most definitely needed. But I'm excited for this matchup that we have here.
Thank you. As Adam Kennedy ready to deal to Chase Ranke, and that is outside. Ball one, we're underway here in Waupaca. As I said, temperature-wise, it's a little cool, but definitely not complaining.
I think when I checked my phone for the temperature not too long ago, it said 56 degrees. So, yes, definitely a little chilly. We have a little bit of a breeze, too, here, but it's not too bad.
Here's the 2-0, and dropped in there nicely by Kennedy. 2-1 now on Chase Ranke, who is the pitcher today for the Bonduel Broncos, number 34. Here's the 2-1. And on the ground to second base, coming in, charging, and making the play is the second baseman, Wes Austin. And there's one gone here in the first.
Austin had a pretty easy routine play. Throw over to first from that grounder to him. Just nice and easy throw to get the first out of the game.
As we're going to be looking at number 13, the second baseman, Eric Grunenwald. Looks right. Grunenwald, number 13 today, the second baseman for the visiting Broncos. The Broncos in their cream jerseys with the red letters, the Lakemen in their dark blue with the white and red lettering. On the ground to third, coming in, charging his Pancrats. Going to be a tough play. Throw to first, not in time, and that gets away. No advance from Grunenwald. That's going to be an E5, I would imagine.
It's probably a good thing that grass over there looks like it's not very mowed. It's pretty tall grass over here on the foul zone areas, whatever you want to call them. So if the grass was a little more cut short, I think he would have been able to advance to second easily.
Yeah, as number 6, the shortstop, Adam Frost, will come up. Frost was actually one of two players that homered in the Broncos' last contest against the Waupaca Panthers. That was a 12-4 victory. Big cut to miss, 0-1. Tell you, Frost was trying to basically speak to what I just said. He was trying to crush one out of here.
That was a very aggressive swing. Almost swung out of his helmet.
0-1. Kennedy with a runner on. He deals the 0-1, and that is sent in the air to left field, going over, calling for it, and near the line and past the line, a bit in foul territory, is Walker Smith to make the catch. 2 outs here in the first, and that will bring on number 42, Luke Kostrova, the first baseman today for the Bonduel Broncos. That is in there for a strike. 0-1 on Kostrova. Throw back to first, and back is Grunenwald. Kennedy working pretty fast, not spending a lot of time in between pitches, just trying to work quickly. The 0-1 to Kostrova, and that is inside. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike now.
The turnout here in Waupaca seemed to not be too bad.
Well, there is a cookout being hosted by the Waupaca VFW today, so that may be a cause for why some people more turned out. Saw making some brats, hot dogs, hamburgers. High, 2-1 now.
Good spot for them to end up having their own kind of brat fry area, especially during a ball game.
And on Sunday, people you don't have work to contend with, so it's a lot easier to come out to the ballpark. And a big cut and a miss on that slider, 2-2. I mean, Kostrova just was way out in front of that one. Kennedy takes a quick peek over at first and fires the 2-2. Taking off is Grunenald. That'll be fouled off, and we'll do it again. It's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whole lot of 2s on that scoreboard right now.
Some of those cars in the back there, they might be in a little bit of danger from some of these foul balls here in this game. I would not be surprised if we see some come towards us here.
Now, there used to be a old football field over there, but they've taken it down. But there used to be parking over there, so there was more parking. And that is a shot foul, and we will do it again.
Just like I said, the foul ball going right towards us.
Well, we do have the fence, and
we have our hands.
We have our hands, exactly. Only disadvantage is standing up, is you got to pay a little more attention. Milwaukee Brewers lead the A's 1-0.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Yeah, Christian Yelich hits a home run. I believe that's his 8th of the year. As the count is now full on Kostrova.
I haven't got to watch much Brewer baseball this year, but I had a couple of friends go down to the game yesterday.
3-2, and that bounces in the dirt. That is ball 4, so a 2-out walk, and there are 2 men on now for the Broncos with 2 outs, and that'll bring on the third baseman, number 23, Hunter Vandenhenden. Might be Vanderhinden. So 2 outs, 2 men on. Broncos in, as that is low, as Vanderhinden was able to somewhat check his swing. 1 ball and no strikes. Kennedy takes a look at second, now fires. The 1-1 is, the 1-0 is popped up, calling for it, and making the catch is Luke Boehm, and the side is retired. Bottom of the first, Lakemen coming up. Scoreless here in Waupaca. You're watching Zaleski Sports.
Don't worry about the scoreboard. You can have that.
The big thing for Farmers State Bank is we're a community-oriented bank. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community and do whatever we can to help and give back. Our slogan is investing in you, and we pride ourselves on that.
There we go. All right, bottom of the first inning here in Waupaca. Batting second, the center fielder, number 3, Ryan McCuskey. Batting third and playing first base, number 42, Luke Boehm. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 6, Brendan Canterbury. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 9, Jake Pankratz. Batting sixth and DHing, number 4, Davis Levine. Batting seventh and catching, number 32, Jason Ellie. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 33, Walker Smith. And running up the order and batting ninth is the second baseman, number 22, Wes Austin. And that will be the order that will face number 34, Chase Ranke.
I would say I am a pretty big fan of the knee-high socks that the Lakemen are repping here today.
The last time, so the Lakemen were at the end of a losing effort on Wednesday, a 9-inning extra inning where they were no-hit by the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks, a 3-2 loss. That was on the 7th of June. Then on the 9th, they got things together. They shut out the Shawano Lobos in Shawano 11-0. Jack Egan went 5 shutout innings. Luke Boehm also went 4 shutout. Luke Boehm went 4 for 4 with a home run, scored 3 runs, 5 RBIs, and a walk. And that's kind of been the story so far, as the Lakemen have dropped games. The other game they lost, that's high, 1-0 on Popham. They also lost the Hortonville Stars, who are a pretty good team this year. As that is another team, that's the only conference game that the Broncos have lost as well. And that is dropped in there nicely, counting even 1 ball and 1 strike. So it looks like the Lakemen's bats were able to wake up on Friday with that 11-0 win over Shawano. And that is dropped in there just a bit low. Not a bad pitch from...
Looked like a good off-speed pitch right there.
Yeah, not a bad pitch from Ranke. But it was a bit low. I think Popham actually had more trouble not swinging at it. Here's a 2-1. And Popham on the ground to short. Long throw is not going to be in time.
On plays like that, it's just about looking the ball into the glove and making that throw, and he kind of just rushed that one.
Adam Frost, I mean, that would have been a tough play regardless. I don't even think even if he fields it somewhat cleanly, he probably gets Popham anyway. That's probably a hit regardless.
Yeah, it's just a tough play to make there for Frost. He needed to rush it, which is understandable, and that's why he lost the handle of it, bobbled it a bit.
Takes a look at Popham and deals to McCuskey, and not sure where that one missed. Again, we are at an angle, so we don't maybe exactly have the greatest look at it.
Yeah, tough angles here on this third base side.
Here's the 1-0. McCuskey takes one high. 2 balls and no strikes. Bit windy today. We'll see how much of a factor that plays in throughout the game. 2-0. McCuskey takes one low. Count now very much in his favor. It's 3 balls and no strikes.
As you were alluding to with the wind's coming from the left field side and in. So any fly ball, it's kind of going to die.
3-0 to McCuskey. And that is in there for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now.
That's funny. Out of all those pitches we just saw in that sequence, that pitch looked the least like a strike out of all of them, but it was a strike.
Yeah, that I think it was the first pitch of the at-bat. I'm not really... Throw back to first. Pop him back in plenty of time.
That was like a cookie of a throw right there.
Well, and here's my thing. They're probably more just looking to hold him on because Popham will run, and Popham's got good speed. That's part of the reason why he is their leadoff hitter. So... it's not a fool's mission to throw over there. Here's a 3-1. And McCuskey on the ground. Frost has got it. Goes to second for 1. Throw to first is not made. So it goes 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And there's 1 gone here out the bottom of the first. As we said, this is going to be a pretty it's not going to be an easy. It's going to be a tough test for the Lakemen today. The Broncos are 6-1. They are 5-1 in Dairyland League play. As I said, their only loss coming as an 8-2 loss to the Hortonville Stars. That's their only loss in the year so far.
Lefty on lefty matchup now.
As Luke Boehm will step up now, the first baseman, number 42 for the Lakemen. Boehm homered in their game against Shawano on Friday, and that's in there for a strike, 0-1. He also pitched 4 shutout innings, so he went 4 for 4 with a walk in that game. So pretty good game for Luke Boehm on Friday.
Especially as a team, if you can score 11 runs in a game.
And Boehm on the ground to first, and no play at second. That would have been a tough play, as Kostrova will just take it to the bag. 3 unassisted, and there's 2 gone. As going to second base is McCuskey. That probably was actually the smarter play by Kostrova, because you can make that throw, but what happens if the throw isn't good? Then McCuskey may end up at third, possibly maybe even scoring. It depends on how bad the throw is.
As a first baseman, too, you wonder how many times you actually practice that throw over to second base, because it's probably not that many, but like it's still something
First
like you'd
pitch to Brendan
expect.
Canterbury is foul, then Coach Wanty able to somewhat fielded in foul territory. Canterbury, one of the members of the UWSP baseball team, missed the first few games of the season being away with UWSP. They fell to UW Lacrosse in the Super Regional. Fortunately, no return trip to the College World Series this year, but
that second game that they played, though, against them, wow.
24-20.
One of the craziest college baseball games you would ever see, or a baseball game
Here's
for
the
that
0-1.
matter.
Canterbury takes one in there. It's 0-2. Good pitch there by Ranke. And taking off down to McCuskey, and that is sent in the air to right field, falling fast, and that's going to be out of play and foul.
McCuskey got such a great jump on that one, Jack. That was...
Well, it's 2 out, so you're running on contact no matter what, no matter how hard or where it's hit.
It almost looked like he was halfway to third base before the ball even left the pitcher's hand.
Now you may wonder, is McCuskey going to run with 2 strikes here on Canterbury? See if maybe he could even just take a base. As the 0-2. Canterbury takes one low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
We'll see if he goes with the fastball again here.
McCuskey, pretty big lead off of second base.
He's dancing.
And here's the 1-2, and that is just a bit low. Count even 2-2 now.
That was a really good-looking pitch right there.
Tell you what, everybody in the Broncos dugout thought that was strike 3. I'm pretty sure one of the coaches said, "Attaboy." It was a close pitch.
Good eye.
The 2-2 to Canterbury. Canterbury fouls one off, and we'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. Canterbury sends one in the air to center field. Going back and calling for it and making the catch is Wyatt Ranke, and the side is retired. We have played one. We're scoreless here at Lakemen Field. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
At Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction.
Welcome back, everybody, here at Lakemen Field. Top of the second, inning underway.
Yeah, that was just foul off the bat of Jack Ranke. Apologize. Number 19.
Ranke, another one.
On the ground to second base. Austin's got it. Throw to first in time, and the first batter is retired. First pitch, big cut and a miss from Trevor Peterson, number 16. 0-1. Peterson, big cut and a miss.
Is it just crazy, or do you see that like so many people that have blankets out here right now?
Now the wind isn't helping. The 0-2 is high, 1-2. I don't really know if it's the temperature, it's the wind.
It kind of just looks like one of those late or early spring days or early fall kind of days.
That's a swing and a miss, and there are two gone. As that, it's going to bring on number 7, Parker Dorn, the catcher today for the Bonduel Broncos.
Wisconsin weather, man, I tell you. It's interesting.
First pitch, and Dorn moves away from it. 1-0.
Gave him the off-speed stuff, and it was well inside.
And Dorn fouls one off. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
One of the on-deck guys has to go get the ball.
Part of the reason I don't miss baseball sometimes. 1-1. Dorn, big cut and a miss. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. He got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kennedy to end the top of the second. Bottom of the second coming up. We're still scoreless on Zaleski Sports.
Waupaca Mattresses is Waupaca's own, local family-owned and operated go-to for factory direct pricing on furniture, beds, sofas, sectionals, recliners, and so much more. All under one roof and all priced to sell with 40 to 70% off on major brands. Make your house feel like home with a comfortable item with next-day delivery and knowledgeable staff ready to ensure you get the perfect new furniture for your home. These factors combined with great quality products makes Waupaca Mattress the perfect place to find the missing piece for your home. Shop Waupaca Mattresses on Highway Double Q in Waupaca.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
For the best in recreational hunt or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. Just share your goals, and Brian can tell you where and how to make it a reality. You can call Brian at 715-213-4468. Again, that's 715-213-4468. And you can also get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at CulliganH2O.com. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Lakemen here in the second inning, and that's going to be Jake Pankratz, Davis Levine, and Jason Ellie. Brendan, you probably actually covered Bonduel High School a couple of times.
There were a couple of instances, not with their baseball team.
Girls basketball?
It was mainly girls basketball and softball.
Just because you've been doing Amherst, and they are in the CWC East.
The Bonduel Bears.
Yep, first pitch, and Pankratz bunting, and that's a foul ball. I think pretty much all that Parker Dorn really had to do was field that in foul territory, and it would have been called foul. Not a bad approach by Pankratz to start here this second inning, maybe catch the Broncos off guard. Pankratz has the speed.
The wind's kind of swirling a bit now here, because now it's coming from just over here and left and outward towards right field. So
the 0-1 to Pankratz. Pankratz fouls one off, 0-2.
Just a little change of direction, but for the time that I did have in Amherst, the Bonduel teams, they always fared out to play pretty well.
Especially the girls basketball team.
Yes.
The 0-2. Pankratz pops it up. Third base, calling for it is Vanderhinden, and he makes the catch. 1 out, and that will bring on Davis Levine. As Davis Levine DHing today, most likely with the pitcher spot out, as Adam Kennedy pitching but not hitting today for the Lakemen. Kennedy is a third baseman when not pitching. First pitch is Levine fouls one off, and that is going to be into the parking lot, or into the road, I should say. 0-1 on Levine. A lot of cars over here.
I'm telling you, I think one of these cars might get pounded by a ball sooner rather than later.
The 0-1. And Levine lines one into center field, falling fast down, a base hit. Looked almost like it was going to go to the right center field gap at first, but then it landed in center field. So a 1-out single for Davis Levine, and that'll bring on Jason Ellie, the catcher today for the Lakemen.
That's a nice hit coming right there from Davis Levine. He just extended out his arms on it, didn't put too much of a big swing on it, and just let the ball drop there in center field.
It's almost got a very reminiscent swing of someone like Christian Yelich. Just a very, just light swing. Doesn't put too much on it. First pitch, Ellie, big cut and a miss, 0-1.
Must be barking the park day.
No, those dogs are always barking across the street.
So it's bark in the park day every day here
Apparently,
then, right?
Yeah, apparently. And then it's awesome when another dog, that's a line drive into center field. Going back, calling and making the catch is a center fielder, Wyatt Reinke. So 2 outs. And that'll bring on Walker Smith, the left fielder today for the Lakemen.
That sequence there for Ellie was pretty much the same thing that Levine had, but just had a little more of the barrel on the baseball.
Walker Smith takes a strike. 0-1. Davis Levine at first. He had a 1-out single. Smith down on the count, 0-1 against Chase Reinke. And Smith, a little number 2 third, coming in charging is Vanderhinden, throw to first in time, and the side is retired. We are scoreless through 2 here in Waupaca. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
We want to thank our game day sponsors, Hanson Furniture, AJ Holly and Sons Funeral, and Strongwood of Waupaca. Here's the first pitch, and that is in there for a strike on Wyatt Reinke, the center fielder today for the Broncos.
The Renkies will be batting back-to-back.
Ranky bunts one. That's going to roll foul as that's fielded by Pancras in foul territory. 0-2. Kennedy deals. The 0-2 is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Maybe this is the time where you give him the off speed.
I'm going to guess that coach was probably telling Ranky maybe to bunt to see if he could reach. On the ground, too short. Right to Popham. Popham fields the throw. Is high, and nice job by Bame to keep his foot on the bag there. And there's 1 gone here in the third inning, I should say. 9 hitters batting in the first inning, then you're in big trouble if you're the Lakemen.
Papa might have been lucky that it's a little bit cooler out today, because if it was a little warmer, that ball is going to keep flying up in the air like that.
Oh, and
it would have
Luke
gone
Bame,
over.
and that Luke Bame is a taller guy.
Yes.
First pitch is fouled off by Chase Ranky.
This is why you always need to have your taller guys at first base, because they can extend their legs far out in case if there's a really close play, or they can reach up pretty high.
The 0-1, and that is bit inside as called by the umpire. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike.
Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup right here.
Kennedy won the first matchup as Ranky grounded out to short his first time up, and a swing and a miss, 1-2. May have been safe even if the throw was better, but certainly didn't help the case, we'll put it that way. First pitch, Grunenall takes one all the way for a strike. Good pitch there from Kennedy.
Yeah, too bad the people in the booth over there, they don't have the errors written down.
Yeah.
Because then we would know.
Well, there's even sometimes in the pros what they rule an error or what they rule a hit, I would rule an error. What they rule an error, I would rule a hit. That is a little nubber, going to be a tough play. Coming out, charging his Ellie. Throw to first is in time. Nice play by Jason Ellie. And the side is retired. Broncos go 1-2-3 to the bottom of the third. We are still scoreless on Zaleski Sports. Bottom of the third. We are still scoreless on Zaleski Sports.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Stone Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
As a local fourth-generation jeweler, Fletcher's Jewelers in Waupaca has the perfect variety of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, bracelets, and so much more. From the moment you step into the store, the service creates an experience you can't find anywhere else. In addition to beautiful new pieces, Fletcher's Jewelers also provides cleaning, repair, and restoration services to keep your existing jewelry as shiny as ever. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers in downtown Waupaca.
My favorite part of being in the jewelry business is really the people. Building relationships with the people and becoming part of their family, being part of their traditions.
We are back. It is still scoreless here on Zaleski Sports between the Broncos of Bonduel and the Lakemen of Waupaca. We thank you for joining us today for Dairyland League Baseball. Nobody knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms, with roots in Amherst and now based in Hancock. This fifth-generation potato and vegetable farmer has been producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and is currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm.
Wes Austin now.
Wes Austin, who is the second baseman today. First pitch swinging, ground ball right to Kostrova. He throws and kind of took a tumble. I think Kostrova's... No, sorry, Vandenhinden, I apologize. Kostrova's at first. Looks like he's okay. Maybe he just had some awkward footing.
Yeah, it looked like when he was preparing to throw it, as you kind of gather the ball and you move your legs towards your target, I think he might have just slipped.
I was trying to say before, Austin swung at the first pitch. 9-1-2 due up for the Lakemen as Johnny Popham will come up. 1 for 1 today as he takes one for a strike. He singled in the first inning, was stranded. No, I'm sorry, he was actually eliminated on that fielder's choice by McCuskey.
And speaking of McCuskey, he's on deck.
And Popham, not sure where that one missed. Again, as I said earlier, we are at an angle, so maybe here's the 1-1. And Popham on the ground to short. Frost's long throw is wide. That'll be an infield hit for Johnny Popham, his second hit of the day.
That was a really good backhand stop, though, by Frost to prevent it from getting into the outfield.
Frost has made a couple of nice plays on Popham. Popham hit one to him in the first inning, and Frost made a nice sliding stop. But unfortunately, both nice stops by Frost against Popham have not led to outs. So Ryan McCuskey will now step up. McCuskey grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up.
Every inning so far, we have seen at least one base runner for the Lakemen.
Yeah, so that is outside. 1-0 on McCuskey. We do have somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Lakemen. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to change pitchers. That just could be somebody getting loose in case Kennedy gets a little tired. A throw back to first, Popham back standing. I mean, you can never be too careful in games. As you could probably hear, the wind is...
It's hollowing a little bit.
1-0. And McCuskey takes one just a bit low. 2-0. I mean, the pitches that Ranke has missed, with the exception of a few, have not missed by much.
I think he's finding some really good locations for these pitches, but I think the Lakemen are just having better eyes behind the plate.
That's low. It's 3-0 now.
That's a tough kind of pitch to lay off on right there. That seemed like it was a change-up type of pitch.
Off-speed can be tough to lay off. And again, you think off-speed's really easy to hit, and that's a 4-pitch walk to McCuskey. So Lakemen are in business here. 2 on and 1 out, and that's going to bring on Luke Boehm. Boehm 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his first time up.
He's got an RBI opportunity here for the first baseman, so we'll see what he can do with it here.
And you've got good speed on the bases with Popham and McCuskey. A base hit into the outfield, if it's hit in the right spot, Popham can probably score. First pitch to Boehm, and Boehm fouls one off.
You'd have to wonder if you could take things aggressively here. If you're Waupaca, maybe try to pull off a double steal.
Yeah,
Put 2 guys in
Boehm
scoring.
looks like he wants that one back. And the umpire...
It's a good pitch to hit. I don't know what's going on here.
The umpire has, looks like they're just having a quick word with Ranke, and also can remind our audience to sign up for Fleet Rewards and get great deals sent straight to you. Plus, you'll earn points on every purchase made in-store or online. Sign up now at fleetfarm.com. Get everything you need, get it all in one stop at Fleet Farm.
Nice adder right there between pitches, Jack. That's pretty solid, but I don't really know what was going on there. The home plate umpire ended up walking up to the official.
1 and Boehm big cut and a
good
miss.
One. That was a good pitch right there from Ranke.
Boehm wants that one back. He had a pitch to hit. Good pitch from Ranke, but definitely a pitch that Boehm had to hit.
He's had back-to-back pitches that he did hit.
And Boehm big cut and a miss. So
the off speed, that was just something pretty right there from Chase Ranke.
So a strikeout first of the day for Ranke, and that's going to bring on Brendan Canterbury, who flew out to center field his first time up. Hit it pretty decently, but Wyatt Ranke was right there. Canterbury had a couple of hits in the contest against Shawano. First pitch, Canterbury takes one low, 1 ball and no strikes.
I don't know many people who have the same first name spelt the same way as I do, but this is one of them right here that I do know.
I can remember a couple of times in football season. I think there was one time in football season there was actually a Retzlaff on a
I do remember that. That was when we covered for Waupaca football.
1-0 and fouled off. Count even. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good times. Lots of interesting and crazy times as well.
Yes. Some we could talk about, some we won't.
It's technology, man.
Yeah.
That's all I would put.
Ranky takes a look at second and fires. Canterbury lines one into left field, and that's down for a base hit. Popham one in and around third, coming to the plate. Here's a throw. It is Frost throws to the plate, and now they're going to throw to third. And wow, heck of a play by Vanderhinden to stop that from getting through. If that gets through, McCuskey probably scores. RBI single for Brendan Canterbury, and the Lakemen lead 1-0.
He put a nice swing on the baseball there, just laid it out into left field. And
yeah, and you may want to wonder, I think Frost probably should have held that ball only because that allowed McCuskey to get to third. And again, heck of a play by Vanderhinden to stop that ball because McCuskey would probably score if that got through.
Unfortunately, once the ball got hit.
That is going to be through a base
again.
hit. McCuskey is in. It's 2-0 Lakemen. RBI single for Jake Pankratz.
Yeah, from that last hit, though, the RBI for Canterbury, I wasn't able to really tell what was going on. I had to be in control of the camera because it's only us here and in control and all that. But
usually with Allison Wolf, she is unavailable today.
Nice RBI single, though, from Jake Pankratz.
Jumping on the first pitch, didn't waste any time. Davis Levine, who's 1 for 1, he singled last inning. 1-0. Levine lines one into center field, a base hit. From around third comes Canterbury. He's going to come to the plate. Here's a throw to the plate. It is cut off, going to third. Sliding safely as Pankratz, as Vanderhinden couldn't handle it. He would have been safe regardless. RBI single for Davis Levine. It's 3-0.
And just like that, with 2 outs, it was all tied at 0. 3 straight runs with 2 outs.
Oh, it's just a completely different inning. I mean, you might look at it. Ranky was 1 out away from getting out of this inning.
Wasn't he 1 pitch away? I think Canterbury had 2 strikes on him.
Yes, I believe he did. I believe you are right. Said he got the big strikeout of Boehm.
This is the beauty of this game, America's pastime.
Said, and that was just out of the reach of the second baseman, Grunenwald.
Things can change within 1 pitch.
First pitch to Jason Ellie, big cut and a miss, 0-1. 3-0, 3 runs are in. Lakemen looking for more with Pankratz at third. Levine at first. Levine 2 for 2, has got 2 singles. Ellie fouls one off, and he's now down 0-2.
The second time going through this batting order for Chase Renke right now. A little bit of a struggle. So maybe once Waupaca gets to their third go-around of the order, we'll have to see what Bonduel does for a change.
0-2. Ellie, and now they've got
the runner's going to score.
And a run down, and a run's going to score. Pankratz, and
my
Koster dropped the ball. So no outs. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't. I thought Ellie didn't check his swing at first. Another run is in as Pankratz is in.
I wonder how they're going to rule this. You would have to think that's going to be an error on Boehm, right?
Not on Boehm. It'd be on.
Or.
About to say, it couldn't really be an error on the Lakemen if they're not on the field right now.
Grunenwald, is that?
Whoever made.
I don't have the numbers of.
What, at first base?
Team.
At first base?
Yeah.
That's Kostrova.
I think the error would be on him on that. Because he dropped it. But, the run did score before the error. But. That's an interesting ruling. We'll see what Ellie can do here.
So, Levine's still at first. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes as umpire calls time.
Things are starting to warm up a little bit. You can kind of feel it.
The wind has died down a bit. And, of course, as soon as I say that, that's when 1-2. Ellie fouls one off.
Renke was pitching very well through the first 2 2/3 of this one, and then right now it's just trying to get this one out that has been a struggle.
1-2 to Jason Ellie, and that's down low. Count even, 2-2 now. As the Lakemen almost getting close to batting around as we're getting close back to the spot of Wes Austin, who grounded out to third to start this inning. The 2-2. And Ellie sends one into right, and that's going to be out of play. And I think that actually hit the park bench. I think it hit one of the picnic benches over there. I think it hit one very similar to the one we have right in front of us.
I don't see any benches over there, though. Like, there are the 2 benches that are, like, right off of...
I'm about to say, I hope you saw those. Otherwise, are those people just levitating? The 2-2. And Ellie on the
Good
ground.
reaction.
Right back to Renke. Throws over to first.
Cat-like reflexes right there.
And the side is retired, but damage done. Lakemen score 4-0 Waupaca. We're going to the 4th on Zaleski Sports. Back after this.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
And welcome back to Waupaca, everybody. Top of inning number 4 coming up here for the Broncos. After giving up the 4 runs by Chase Renke, the Broncos trying to maybe come up with some insurance here, try to stay in it. But to lead off the inning here is going to be Adam Frost.
Thank you, Brendan. And also, Brendan, what about this restaurant we may know a little about? How about the Par 4 Bistro in Waupaca? They have a wonderful dining experience with a full menu of delicious options. Perfect for date nights, family night out, or your next get-together. Come to Par 4 Bistro on Highway 54 in Waupaca. Have not had the pleasure of going there yet. Our boss, Jason Zaleski, has always said good things about it. Steve Maves, I think, said something good about it, too.
I've gotten to play the golf course that's over here, and it is a pretty fine golf course. So for people who are interested in, like for Father's Day events, like going out on the golf course with your dad, golfing's perfect opportunity. And Par 4 Bistro,
Frost turns that one around.
Pretty good one.
Wow.
That was a bomb.
It was a pretty good piece of contact there by Adam Frost. Adam Frost over 1. He flew out to left his first time up.
Almost looked like he was going to hit this light post here.
You know, that's one of those baseball things I don't think I've ever seen, as Frost hits one in the air to center field right there, and making the catch
routine
is Ryan McCuskey.
Didn't even have to move for it. He was just standing there.
I kept wanting to say Joey Weimer, and I knew that wasn't right.
Ah, yes.
Wrong team.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a ball hit one of these posts either.
Luke Kosterva will come up. He is walked today. 1 ball and no strikes. (1-0) and inside 2-0 now on Kosterva.
I if I'm Kennedy, I'm just sticking with the fastball. It's been working out really well.
Oh.
Only given up one base runner so far in this game.
Two. Two technically if you count the error. If you count the error.
The error, yes.
So 3 balls and no strikes. Yeah. I mean, or throw the ball. Let him hit it. Your defense has been making plays for you. So, I mean, 3-0. And that's a 4-pitch walk. Let's say, Coach kind of looked back at the umpire, and I was like, that didn't really look like a strike.
So, well, I saw the home plate umpire end up doing a little point. And typically when they do that point, they call it a strike.
Usually meaning that they've issued, or if they're pointing, well, usually if you get a walk, they'll point to first base, like take your base. Oh, excuse me. First pitch is inside on Vanderhinden.
That one actually looked like it got close to hitting the jersey.
Vanderhinden 0 for 1. Fortunately, we don't have our New York studio to take a quick review at it.
This place is a little below on the technology side.
On the ground to third. Nice
Double
play,
play
Pancras.
ball.
They got a chance here. 5-4. Not in time. Almost 3. 5-4 fielder's choice.
You got out at second base. I mean, that's a really difficult play to do, to try to turn it around the horn. But
2 outs. Jack Ranke will now come up. 0 for 1. He grounded out to second his first time up.
So there's 2 players in this game that have both of our names. Pretty funny.
And Ranke on the ground to short. Popham's got it. He'll just flip it to second, and the side is retired. The Broncos strand a runner. We have played 3.5. It is still 4-0 Lakemen on Zaleski Sports.
Before, during, or after the game, come to the pub. This is Tim Wanty. The pub on Main Street is Waupaca's favorite place to watch the game and a great place to eat, too. We're known for our world-famous burgers with a wide variety that everyone will love. And now we offer lunch buffets 3 days a week. Taco
Community-oriented bank. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community and do whatever we can to help and give back. Our slogan is investing in you, and we pride ourselves on that.
Like with Pacelli and stuff.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to this one, bottom half of inning number 4, coming right up. Today's game is presented by L&L Propane in Waupaca, which is the area's leading propane provider, serving Waupaca, Wautoma, Princeton, Fremont, and surrounding areas since 1988. We specialize in propane tanks, new installation, filling, repairs, moving tanks, and more. For all your propane needs, contact L&L Propane in Waupaca today.
Nice job, Brendan. Somehow that one missed, as it's 1-0 on Walker Smith. Smith takes one for a strike count, even 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it's the first ever ad read I've got to do for L&L Propane. So,
we've had their commercial. We just haven't had a read. On the ground, that is going to bounce off of Frost. That would have been a base hit regardless. I don't think they would have gotten Smith even if he had fielded it.
Leadoff runner for the Lakemen.
That's going to bring on Wes Austin. He grounded out to third. Last inning, he was the first batter of that 4-run third inning for the Lakemen. First time I think I've seen Wes Austin in the lineup. Again, keep in mind I've only done 2 Lakemen games, but 2 Lakemen games. I did a Waupaca Legion game on Thursday. 5-3 victory for the Hammerheads of the Waupaca Legion. Inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
I got to tune in for the last 3 minutes of that game when I was up in Wausau covering the Legion team for the Wausau Bulldogs when they played against the Rapids Rangers. And let me tell you, the Rapids Rangers Legion team, they are good.
As that is popped up, Coach Treva will call for it, camp under it, and make the catch.
All 3 games that the Rapids team has played, which I've covered so far, they've scored 10 runs. All 3. Magic number for them.
Sounds like their pitching's pretty good, too.
I would say their pitching it's all right. They did have a few struggles yesterday.
Oh, yikes.
Otherwise, they're playing well.
Pop them down on the count 0-1.
3rd time through the order now. Right? I'm a fan of Popham's batting another base, but deciding to hold up at first base. Popham gets very low with his batting stance. He brings the bat pretty far back, almost resting on his right shoulder. Low again.
That's low again. 3 balls and 1 strike. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye on the internet right now. Just seeing it's kind of going a little bit in and out right now. We'll just have to keep an eye on it.
I've told you we've always had technology problems whenever it comes to our
3-1. And
our own broadcasts.
In there for a strike. Dropped in there nicely by Reinke.
That was a good pitch.
Full count, 3-2. Three-two. Popham fouls one out of play, and we'll do it again.
Another off-speed pitch. It's almost like Reinke is just going to stick with a little bit of these off-speed pitches. That one looked like a changeup.
Popham's gotten 2 infield hits off of Reinke. 3-2. And that is ball 4. So 2 men on, 1 gone, and that's going to bring on Ryan McCuskey. McCuskey.
I do not know what just happened, Jack.
No, I don't either.
Did somebody get thrown out of a game?
No, it wasn't that. First pitch. McCuskey on the ground. Could be 2. 6, 4.
Too quick.
3. No, that gets away. Bounces in front of Kocheva.
I'm still very curious as to what happened.
McCuskey will reach. Popham is out. Going to third is Walker Smith. So runners at the corners, 2 outs, and that's going to bring on Luke Boehm. Boehm 0 for 2. He's grounded out to first and struck out today. Quick moving game today.
This is a very quick game.
And that bounces in front. Going to second base is McCuskey.
Not even worth throwing.
No.
Because if you throw that and there's a possible chance the throw could be off or the runner is going to go from third to home on the throw.
1-0. Boehm takes a strike.
Didn't like it.
It hit the outside corner. It was definitely one of those pitches that's too close to take. I mean, maybe you take it when you're ahead in the count 1-0. I mean, one of those pitches you take, but later in the at-bat may not be a pitch you want to take. 1-1. Boehm, big cut and a miss. 1-2. Full count. Oh, sorry, 1-2, not a full count. Boehm just a bit outside. 2-2.
That looked like a really good pitch right there from Reinke.
Umpire signaled outside. That was what he had signaled.
The umpire has the best seat in the house to call the balls and strikes, so.
2-2. And Boehm And nice play, Renke. He falls down, fields it, flips over to Kostrova, and the side is retired. Heck of an athletic play there by Chase Renke. Side retired. It's still 4-0 Lakemen. We're going to the 5th on Zaleski Sports.
At Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designed, building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of Central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.
And welcome back, everybody, here in Waupaca. It is time for the 5th inning here in this one. Today's game is presented by Crystal Finishing Systems. I have done Crystal Finishing Systems before for an ad read, Jack. Crystal Finishing Systems is a family-owned business now hiring for both their Weston and Mosinee locations, with openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service, and so much more. Join the Crystal Finishing team today. Learn more at crystalfinishing.com.
Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Crystal Finishing Systems. Kennedy out for another inning. He's going to face Trevor Peterson to start the top of the 5th inning. It's Peterson with a big cut and a miss. 0-1. Kennedy's looked pretty good today.
He deserves to pitch another inning, that's for sure. He can go the distance in this one, it seems like.
And Peterson fouls one off his foot.
Those never feel good, especially for my times when I played like the junior ball or whatever.
JV?
I was not a fan. So I didn't play in high school.
Oh, like Little League?
It was in Little League, but then there was like a time that was not Little League that I played.
Okay. High on outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Peterson now.
But yeah, following it off of your foot doesn't feel good.
1-2, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout for Kennedy. And there is out number 1 for Adam Kennedy here in the 5th inning. That's going to bring on Parker Dorn, the catcher. Dorn 0-for-1. He struck out. 3rd strikeout of the day for
Kennedy?
Yes, sorry. As Dorn takes one in there for a strike. I was going to say Dorn took a ball. I couldn't think.
I just wasn't sure if you were going to finish that sentence or not.
I would eventually. We might still be here at like 7 o'clock when I would have finished it. But as Dorn pops it up, shortstop, Popham calling for it, wind blowing it in a bit, and he makes the catch. Popham looked like he didn't have to move at all at first and then had to drift in a bit. I think it kind of just died in the air.
I'd wonder how many pitches Kennedy's on right now, because it seems like he throws like not even 10 pitches an inning.
He moves I may just be how fast his movement is, like just with his first pitch is in there for a strike on Wyatt Renke. Renke 0-for-1. He grounded out to short in his first at bat. So it'll depend on what they ruled that one from Grunenall in the first inning, but right now it does look like Kennedy does have a no-hitter going, but I don't know what they ruled that. 1-1. I don't really think they really pay attention to no-hitters really in this league that much. 1-1. And on the ground, too short. Popham coming in, fielding. Nice throw will get him, and it does.
That's like 7 pitches.
A 1-2-3 5th for Kennedy. Bottom of the 5th. It's still 4-0 Lakemen here on Zaleski Sports.
Mattresses is Waupaca's own, local family-owned and operated go-to for factory direct pricing on furniture, beds, sofas, sectionals, recliners, and so much more, all under one roof and all priced to sell with 40 to 70% off on major brands. Make your house feel like home with a comfortable item with next-day delivery and knowledgeable staff ready to ensure you get the perfect new furniture for your home. These factors combined with great quality products makes Waupaca Mattress the perfect place to find the missing piece for your home. Shop Waupaca Mattresses on Highway Double Q in Waupaca.
Four 0 Lakemen here on Zaleski Sports as we're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Chase Ranke back out there for another inning. Kennedy goes 1-2-3 in the 5th. As meanwhile, for the Lakemen, they have 4, 5, 6 due up. So Canterbury, Pancratz, and Levine due up for Waupaca.
Probably the part of the batting order that you really want to have. If you're Waupaca, try to extend this lead by a couple more, or maybe even more.
Last time this part of the order was up, it was 3 straight RBI singles. So, yes, you are correct in that fact, Brendan. Canterbury will come up. He is 1 for 2. He is flown out to center and has a single and also has an RBI. Drove in the first of the 4 runs. Scored in that 4th inning. Sorry, that 3rd inning. I apologize. Chase Ranke.
We'll see how he can deal with him this time. And he was 1 strike away from getting out of that 3rd inning. Keep in mind.
First pitch to Canterbury is mid outside.
1 strike getting out of it scoreless. Instead, the damage was done. 4 runs.
1-0. And Canterbury sends one in the air to center field. Ranke going back, still going back, retreats, and makes the catch. Canterbury hit it pretty hard, but Wyatt Ranke was right on it, and he was able to corral it for out number 1. And that's going to bring on Jake Pancratz. Pancratz had an RBI single. He also scored a run. Canterbury also scored a run, I should say. I should have added that to his stat line when I... One out. First pitch, Pancratz takes one way outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
I have a feeling this inning here will be the true test here for Chase Ranke.
Pancratz, a big cut and a miss. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike now.
Just because of the amount of power in the order here and the damage that was done by the order.
1-1 as Pancratz takes one. That was a nice pitch from Ranke. Nice off speed.
Yeah. Good changeup.
Landed it well. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Pancratz takes one low. 2-2.
You'd have to wonder if he goes back to the changeup because his fastballs, they've just kind of been missing pretty much all over the place. He hasn't missed in one spot. It's been all over.
2-2. Pancratz takes one low and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He had a high outside fastball, low inside again. Changeup, it hits. I would go with it.
Here's the payoff pitch, and Pancratz sends one in the air to left. That's going to go out of play and over the light tower.
And it hit a car.
Eventually that was going to happen. Question is, who is the owner of that lucky automobile?
It was inevitable.
So we'll do it again. Still full on Pancratz. The 3-2 again. And Pancratz takes it low. That's ball 4. It gets away. Pancratz sprinting down to first. And
I like the hustle behind that, but okay. Why go with the fastball there? You know it's missing. Your changeup was hitting pretty well. And then all of a sudden you just go with that pitch, and it was horrible.
Way to be subtle, Brendan. I appreciate your subtlety. So a 1-out walk for Pancratz. That's going to bring on Davis Levine. Levine 2 for 2 with 2 singles today. Levine takes one inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Levine DHing today for the pitcher, Adam Kennedy. Lakemen usually go with the DH most of the time. And going to second is Pankratz. Here's a throw down by Dorn.
That was
Not
a
in
very
time.
close play right there. Whew.
Good slide from Pankratz.
Frost applied a really good tag.
Yeah, where the throw was, it was a great job by Frost to get a tag down on Pankratz.
Yes.
So Pankratz at second.
I would actually think that throw was.
And now we're having a pinch runner.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Especially
Did he hurt himself?
No, I'm not sure. Especially considering Pankratz isn't a catcher or a pitcher. It's a little interesting. As number 15,
He does look quick.
Here's the 1-1, and that is in there for a strike.
Nice pitch.
Sorry, it's number 10, Zach Schaefer. I apologize. Zach Schaefer pinch running.
I don't think I've ever seen that, though. Like, after you steal a base, you come out of the game?
Doesn't look like Pankratz is. Maybe Coach Wani just wanted to get a runner in, maybe.
Interesting.
That's high. Count even now 2-2 on Davis Levine.
If the Lakemen win this game, you might have to ask him about that. Or if it's me asking him about that.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We still got a couple innings left to play before we can decide a winner in this one. It's definitely not out of reach for the Broncos. 2-2, and that is, a bit outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, I'll tell you why they're pinch running for him. You can see Pankratz is going out.
Pitching?
Pankratz is going out to warm up in the bullpen. That might be why. Maybe Kennedy's day is done. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
They've had guys warm up earlier too.
That can mean nothing. Again, and that's ball 4. Schaefer stays put at second, so a walk.
You'd have to wonder if Ranky's day is about to come to wraps.
We'll see. Depends on what who the Broncos have available to throw, and kind of what's their game plan going on. Down 4 runs. They're certainly not game over in any stretch. In fact, game's never over until the final out. Jason Ellie will now step up. Ellie 0 for 2. He was at the plate when that 4th run scored. And Ellie takes a strike. Throw down back to second. Schaefer caught off the bag, but he's back there safely. Not a bad move by Parker Dorn to check Zach Schaefer back to the bag.
I think he would have had him too if the ball was caught cleanly. It would have been really close, but nonetheless.
Chase Ranke ahead on Jason Ellie, 0-1. Ranke in a bit of a jam here. 2 runners on, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, the Broncos trail 4-0. That's a little flared. Gonna go 4, 6, and 3 on the nice pick by Kostrova, and the side is retired. Goes 4, 6, 3 on the double play, and the side is retired. We have played 5. 6th inning coming up. It's still 4-0 Lakemen.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call to your first sip to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
And welcome back to Waupaca, everybody. Today's game is presented by Community Insurance. Community Insurance is your independent agency able to shop and compare the best insurance options on your behalf to find the best combination of cost and coverage. If you're looking for a better insurance experience, you'll love doing business with Community Insurance.
Thank you, Brennan. The Milwaukee Brewers are trailing 4-2 right now.
I am not surprised.
Yeah, they're about 12 outs away from getting swept by the worst team in league and maybe one of the worst teams in history. That's just embarrassing. I'm sorry. The Brewers have some decent prospects and some decent futures, but that's just embarrassing. If that ends up being the end result, that's just embarrassing.
Especially with how great of a start they had to the year.
First pitch from Kennedy. Kennedy is back out there, and first pitch swinging. It's popped up. Pankrat's coming on, and he makes... Oh, he dropped it! Kennedy's still got to throw to first, and it's... Wow.
That's an error.
That's going to be an E5. Wow.
I don't know what happened there with him. That was... He called on it easy. You can't even say the wind was an issue there because the breeze is kind of gone. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, Chase Ranke he popped it up, and Pankratz had an easy play, and he wasn't even really running, because he was pretty sure he was going to be caught, and Kennedy almost was able to throw him out on the ricochet. So, Broncos catch a break. First pitch. Nice stop, Pankratz. He'll go to second for one. Throw to first is not made.
You talk about making up for an error like that. That was a nice play right there by Pankratz.
There is some redemption. So, one out.
Fielder's choice. And
heck of a play by Pankratz. That was hit. Really was hit pretty hard by Grunenwald. I mean...
Pankratz shaking his left hand a little bit.
Probably had some heat on it. I'm going to guess that probably didn't leave the bat at 3 miles an hour. If it left the bat at 3 miles an hour, it'd probably still be rolling right now. First pitch.
Now it's Frost at the plate here.
In there for a strike, yeah. Adam Frost 0 for 2. He's flown out to left field and center field.
Now in the third time through the batting order here.
Yeah, this is kind of when, as a pitcher, you can maybe start to see, maybe signs of fatigue, or this is kind of maybe when you start to see a little.
Well, as the batters, you can get some good reads.
I'm about to say, as hitters,
has.
you can maybe get a little bit of a better read on what kind of pitches he's throwing. 1-1 on the ground to third. That is a fair ball down the line. So that is the first hit of the game for the Broncos. A one-out single for Adam Frost, and the Broncos making a little bit of noise here in the 6th inning. Runners at second and first with one out, as Luke Kostreva will come up.
They needed to get something going here, and
Kostreva has walked twice.
Their coach kind of fired him up a little bit.
Well, down 4 runs, you are certainly not out of a game. I don't think you're ever truly out of a game. I mean, there's games where it's a little harder to come back than most. 4 runs is definitely not a game you're out of. And first pitch swinging, he sends one into left. Walker Smith coming in, calling for it, and he makes the catch. Big out for Kennedy. And that's going to bring on Hunter Vandenhinden. Vandenhinden has popped out to first and has also grounded into a fielder's choice. That was to end the 4th inning.
Broncos are making really good contact on these pitches by Kennedy. They're just slightly off.
They're just resulting in outs. I'm just saying, Kennedy only has 3 strikeouts. So it's not like it's been this, they just can't figure him out. It's the fact that when they put the ball in play, the Lakemen defense has been there to make the plays to get the outs. The 1-0 and a big cut and a miss. Counting even 1-1.
Yeah, most of the outs have mainly been those low dribblers over in the short infield or just infield ground balls to go play.
1-1. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
But if you're the Broncos, this is your opportunity to try to get one of those runs on the board. Maybe a little more.
Well, if you really want to maybe try to at least have some realistic expectations for the 7th, you got to get at least 2. In my opinion. That doesn't mean...
They are getting closer to the bottom of the batting order, which is typically the the lesser of the batting average.
And now that bounces in the dirt, and going to third and sliding safely is Grunewald. Heads up base running. So runners at the corners, it's 3-1. And then if you walk Vandenhinden here, then it gets interesting. As the Lakemen infield coming out for a meeting. Oh, about to say everybody but Johnny Popham can maybe hear about one of our sponsors.
I was about to say, yeah, pull out an ad read between pitches again. This is a short one here. You've heard of this one. Today's game's presented by Mutual of Wausau.
Oh.
Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since guess what year, Jack?
1875?
That is correct.
1875.
Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the Stevens Point reads as well. I've done that one. Yeah, I've done that fair share. Here's the 3-1. And it's a strike.
I wonder if that's a read for everybody, because I had that one in Amherst as well.
I don't really know. I guess we'll never know.
We just thank the people for giving us this job.
Yeah. We can thank. I think Bill Held is actually kind of in charge of that. 3-2, and that is a
tough play.
And that is fielded by Bame. He flips over to, I couldn't think of the word to describe that. Little nubber. That's what it was.
That was perfectly executed right there. Those plays, when they are a dribbler like that over to first and you have to go to the side, pitcher has to have that awareness to go back to first base, make the play. Perfectly done.
We are going to the bottom of the sixth. It's still 4-0 Lakemen on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back after this.
When it comes to propane, this is the best time of the year. Get your fill scheduled before the winter weather sets in, and you'll be glad you did with L&L Propane in Waupaca. Servicing all throughout central Wisconsin, no matter the size of your propane need, L&L can get you set and ready for your home needs, business needs, crop drying, and so much more. Don't get caught paying those late season prices for your propane this year. Just call L&L Propane at 800-924-5975. That's 800-924-5975 for the best propane price of the year.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Stone Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen within just 1 week. Countertops, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, and everything else you find in your kitchen. Stone Innovations takes care of it all for you, from fabrication, design, and installation. For your next kitchen or bathroom, look to Stone Innovations in Plover. There's also one in Appleton.
There is. You're right.
I think there's one in Rhinelander, too. In Madison. No one. And Smith, on the ground, too short. Frost has got it, fitting with the throw. Is high, but nice shot by Kosher, but slam that foot back on the bag. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Sixth inning. Jeez.
Sixth inning, yeah. Dude, yeah, this game's flying by. I mean, I agree with you. It can feel like it's the fifth inning, but with how fast this game's played.
We're approaching about an hour, and we're about to approach about an hour and a half, and we're in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Yeah, it's
if only the MLB moved that quick. First pitch swinging.
Floater.
Little flare, gonna probably be caught. Never mind. That is caught by Jack Ranke.
That's the first play we've seen get made in right field today.
That was Wes Austin. As Johnny Popham will now bat.
Back to the top of the order.
Popham has reached all 3 times. He's got 2 hits, and he has walked today. First pitch. Popham, line drive into left center. That's down for a base hit. Third hit of the day for Johnny Popham. He's had a good day today. That's going to bring on Ryan McCuskey. McCuskey 0 for 2 with a walk.
I like this aggressiveness from both of these teams. These first pitch swinging,
McCuskey has.
things, yes.
When McCuskey walked, he did come around to score a run, and part of that only scoring frame we've had. McCuskey fouls one off, and
What the heck?
I think the catcher
Just fell off. Oh, that might have been his elbow guard.
I didn't know if that was part of McCuskey or if that was part of Parker Dorn. It sounds like almost like a body part fell off. I don't know if that was part of McCuskey or part of Parker Dorn.
It's just the elbow pad, everybody. All good. No body parts to go anywhere.
2 outs. 0-1 on McCuskey. And McCuskey sends one in the air to center field. Wyatt Ranke is there. And we are going to the 7th inning.
You're talking about a quick
Last
6th inning.
chance for the Broncos. It is 4-0 Lakemen here on Zaleski Sports. I think it's a 7-inning game. Sometimes they play 9-inning games.
As a local fourth-generation jeweler, Fletcher's Jewelers in Waupaca has the perfect variety of diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, bracelets, and so much more. From the moment you step into the store, the service creates an experience you can't find anywhere else. In addition to beautiful new pieces, Fletcher's Jewelers also provides cleaning, repair, and restoration services to keep your existing jewelry as shiny as ever. You can't beat the beautiful selection you'll find at Fletcher's Jewelers in downtown Waupaca.
My favorite part of being in the jewelry business is really the people. Building relationships with the people and becoming part of their family, being part of their traditions.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
For nothing Lakemen here on Zaleski Sports as it's the top of the 7th inning here in Waupaca. As 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Broncos. Jack Ranke, Trevor Peterson, and Parker Dorn. Kennedy has done a good job working quickly. First pitch is high, 1-0 on Jack Ranke. High again. 2 balls and no strikes. Pretty much the same exact pitch from Kennedy. 2-0. And Ranke line drive into center field, and that's going to fall in front of McCuskey. A leadoff single for Jack Ranke.
I think McCuskey might have had a chance to make a diving play on it, but for a game, you're up 4-0.
A game that is still somewhat close.
Probably not worth trying to make that play.
No. Noah Wire. And that hit him. Well, Kennedy not doing himself any favors so far. Easton Ranke, another Ranke.
We'll see if that's the day for Kennedy.
Pankratz was warming up in the bullpen. It'll be interesting. And that might be the switch because Kennedy does play third base.
Nobody out. Runners on first and second. This is interesting.
And
you'd have to wonder if that meeting was just about.
No, that's probably
hey,
that's probably like the. All right, let's just keep it calm, and then that's probably the first one, and the second one. If there's another meeting out there, then that will be a pitching change because you don't want to let it get too out of control. So Easton Ranke will bat number 17. That was Noah Wire who just hit number 14 for the Broncos. First pitch. And Ranky sends one in the air to center field. Long run for McCuskey coming
play.
on, and he makes the catch. McCuskey throws one in the infield. Now he throws it away somewhat. I don't know if he missed the cutoff man or what happened.
That's a big first out, though.
So one gone, and Wyatt Ranky will now come up.
Now you're wondering if Kennedy's going to try to have these pitches go a little bit down low, try to get a double play ball.
Well,
in
you
play
have.
here.
Well, here's the thing: you have good speed in the outfield. Said I can remember there was one time the St. Louis Cardinals. Their infield was comprised of Matt Holliday and Lance Berkman, two of some of the slowest outfielders in the league at that time. And you got to keep in mind that wasn't the Lance Berkman. That was the Houston Astros Lance Berkman. That was probably mid-30s Lance Berkman. So not the same player that we saw that was an all-star in Houston at that point. Not at that point, I should say. At one point. 0-1 on Wyatt Ranky, and Ranky big cut and a miss. 0-2. Ranky taking a couple seconds to collect himself. Looking to see if he can find a good pitch to hit. 0-2. Big at bat here for, well, both teams. Kennedy deals the 0-2. And that is a bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Close pitch. It was a little high, I will agree. Chase Ranky on deck. 1-2. Ranky takes one in the dirt, counting even 2-2.
That delivery from Kennedy there, he just looked uncomfortable on that one. It just didn't seem right. Something was a little off there.
I don't think I've ever had a pitcher who's thrown 100 pitches. All of them have been strikes. The 2-2. And that's down low.
He just seems off right now.
Good. That's a good block by Ellie.
That was a very good block.
But the count is now full. And this might, if Kennedy walks Wyatt Ranky, this might be his last batter. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Wanty does here. 3-2. And Wyatt Ranky pops it up.
That's a big pop-up right there.
Infield fly rule, and making the catch is Popham. So 2 outs.
It's another Ranky.
As Chase Ranky will now come up.
You might as well have the entire lineup.
Ranky is 0 for 3, grounded out to second, flown out to left, and reached on an error today. Leadoff hitter. Ranky really did not. He was the pitcher today. Did not pitch bad at all. Had that one.
The 1 inning.
Had just had that struggle getting that 1 out. It's 4-3 now in that Brewer game, by the way. That's low and inside. Ball 1. Broncos started this inning off with runners at second and first with nobody out. Jack Ranky single to start the inning. Then Noah Wire was hit, and a swing and a miss.
That was a nice pitch.
1-1.
That ball had a lot of spin on it.
Eric Grunenwald on deck. Ranky trying to give him a chance. Trying to extend the inning. 1-1. Line drive into left center field. That's down for a base hit. From around third, coming to the plate is Jack Ranky. And on his way to third is Wire. Now that throw gets away. Chase Ranky stays at first, and the Broncos are on the board.
This game
RBI
continues.
single for Chase Ranky. It's 4-1. Good piece of hitting there. And that was a good at-bat by Ranky down to his final strike.
One swing of the bat can tie this up, Jack.
And again, if you're the Broncos, you've got the part of the batting order that you want. You've got your top of your order. So actually a good job by the bottom of the order to get a couple people on base. As looks like now we will have a pitching change. As
Kennedy's day is done. He pitched well, though.
Kennedy might be good. Oh, no. We'll see what's going on here. So, yes, Pankratz is coming on to pitch. Jake Pankratz is coming on to pitch.
Yes.
And then Alex Pankratz is moving to second, and Wes Austin is moving to third base. So that is the changes for the Lakemen. I thought maybe that Pancratz and Kennedy would just end up switching because, again, as I said, Kennedy, when he's not pitching, he usually is a third baseman. They play Hell's Bells. The walk-up song of Mr. Trevor Hoffman, Hall of Fame closer for the San Diego Padres, and he was actually a Milwaukee Brewer at one point. Had a good year with the Brewers, or two. I think he played 2 years.
I remember getting his autograph as a kid. That was pretty cool.
Was actually one of the stars of the 1998 Padres that went all the way to the World Series, were swept out by the Yankees, but one of the 2 World Series appearances by the Padres to date, that in 1984, where they fell to the, any guesses, Brendan?
1984, you said?
Yes.
I do like myself trivia, but I am not going to know this. But if I could take a guess, I would go with the Boston Red Sox.
No, unfortunately not. Red Sox did not win a title until 2004 because of that curse.
That's right.
It was the Detroit Tigers. Kirk Gibson was actually on that team. Most recent Detroit Tigers World Series championship to date. Made appearances in 2006 and 2012, but fell to the Cardinals.
I remember that 2012 one. That is just bad.
They got swept right out by the San Francisco Giants.
That was bad.
They had the roster to win it. They had Miggy, Prince Fielder, Delman Young, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer. I could go on, you know. Here's the first pitch, and that is low, 1-0. Now on Eric Grunenwald. Grunenwald is 0 for 3. He's reached on an error and grounded out twice.
Try to keep things going here for the Broncos.
Runners at the corners. The tying run is at the plate. 1-0. And Grunenwald pops one out of play and foul.
Not my car.
Where are you parked?
Over there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you'll find out. You might have a special surprise. You may find nothing. I really hope that you find nothing. I hope you don't find a special surprise on your car. I don't think it hit anything. I didn't really hear it.
I like special surprises, but I don't think
you'd like that one. The 1-1. And a bit
That was
outside.
a
That was a good pitch. 2-1. And I'm honestly thinking that probably the Bronco hitters are being told to not free swing because they have to be careful. They don't have 2 outs to work with, or 3. They've got 1. 2-1. And that's low. It's ball 3.
Now, do you swing at this pitch?
It's going to depend on where it is. At least I would think. It will be interesting to see if they give him the green light or if they just tell him to take all the way. 3-1 from Pancratz. And that is in their first strike, and the count is full now. So the answer was take all the way.
Looked like a good pitch to hit.
And the Broncos are down to their final strike. But they are making some noise. 3-2. And that's a call. Strike 3. He got him.
Oh.
And that is the ball game. Okay, I guess it's a 9-inning game. They sometimes play 7-inning games here. Right. Going to the 8th after this.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Go. 4-1, Lakemen leading the Broncos here in Waupaca as we're here on the top of the 8th inning.
Yep, they play 9 innings here in the Dairyland League. That is news to me, Jack.
Currently, they only play 7 for non-conference games. That's high, ball 1. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Luke Boehm ready to lead things off here for the Lakemen. Boehm 0 for 3. And Boehm takes one in there for a strike.
It's a really soft delivery.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with the strike zone anymore. Two one, and bid inside. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, the consistency of the strike zone that we're seeing here is a little inconsistent, I would say.
Fouled off. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
But then again, we do have that interesting angle, so it's a little tough to see everything. But I do agree with you.
And Boehm swings and misses.
That was a nice looking pitch right there.
Got it. Wyatt Ranke on the mound.
I just realized we forgot to stretch.
Oh, they don't probably do that at this level. 1 ball and no strikes on Canterbury.
The point prodigy.
High, 2 balls and no strikes. Two 0. And that's down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Three 0. That is ball 4. First pitch to Jake Pankratz is low and inside.
There's also warming up going on in the Lakemen bullpen.
I can't tell who that is from here.
Number 3.
That is McCuskey.
So they took him. Or no, he does play center field.
He plays
but
center field, yeah.
We'll see.
1-1. Pankratz fouls it off. Ranky was going with the off speed there a little bit.
I like his pitching style. It looked way different from what we saw from Chase Ranky. Both of them lefties, though.
1-2. And Pankratz fouls off another one.
Like, he's going nice and easy with the pitches. Like, you could tell he could throw it a lot harder, but I'm guessing the consistency in the pitches just would not be there.
1-2, and Pankratz pops one up behind the plate and out of play.
Over towards the brat fry.
No, I don't think it's over there anymore. I think everything's behind the concession stand now. One, two. High. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looked a little inside. Bonduel not appreciating what the strike zone has to offer.
Now they got Canterbury picked off. Throw down to second,
safe.
Not in time. Got there before the tag. Was pretty close.
It's a heads-up play by him to keep running instead of trying to go back, because typically when you try to go back in that situation, you're going to get out. He had his mind all set on getting a second. Runner in scoring position now.
Count even 2-2. And Pankratz sends one in the air to center field.
It's going to be a little too shallow
and that's
for Canterbury.
Be a fly out. So that's Chase Ranky makes the play. 2 outs.
How's that Brewery game going, Jack? Do you have an update?
It's 5-3 A's now.
That's a bad update.
Bryce Wilson gave up a home run to Kevin Smith, who I've never heard of. But Davis Levine stepping in.
Lefty and lefty matchup here.
Levine 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a walk. And that is low and outside, I guess. 1 ball and no strikes. One-0. Levine sends one foul and out of play. That lands on the bleachers. Runner at second, 2 outs. Lakemen lead 4-1. Key ready and deals. And that is in there for a strike, even though there was a pitch there earlier that was called a ball. But I guess that's one way to do it.
Looks like there's going to be action that's about to go down in the Broncos bullpen.
Okay, at the left field line. 1-2. Veen takes a call at strike 3. Going to the 8th. It's still 4-1 Lakemen on Zaleski Sports.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
Before, during, or after the game, come to the pub. This is Tim Wanty. The pub on Main Street is Waupaca's favorite place to watch the game and a great place to eat, too. We're known for our world-famous burgers with a wide variety that everyone will love. And now we offer lunch buffets 3 days a week. Taco Tuesday, Pasta Wednesdays, and Thursday soup buffet, all ready to eat and get you back to work on time. And of course, when the sun goes down, the pub on Main Street is Waupaca's favorite spot for nightlife.
And welcome back to Waupaca, everybody. It is time for inning number 8 of play here on Zaleski Sports. Brandon Retzloff with Jack Weber here for this one. Today's game is sponsored by Waupaca Foundry. Working at Waupaca Foundry is more than a job, it's a career. Join us and make the iron castings the world uses and trusts. Cast your own future now. Apply at jobs.waupacafoundry.com.
Top of the 8th inning, Adam Frost ready to lead things off here for the Bonduel Broncos. Jake Pankratz out for another inning.
This is the part of the order that you want if you are the Broncos here. We did underestimate their bottom half of the order.
First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 on Frost. The 0-1. And big cut and a miss, 0-2.
That fastball had a lot of heat under it. Just a tad bit late. And it's tough to get the bat up there when it's that high.
Pankratz ahead 0-2 on Frost. Here it is. And that's a called strike 3.
Oh. And now they're barking at each other here.
Uh-oh.
I have not seen that at all this year. Even in high school play.
Probably my favorite ejection of all time probably had to be when George Brett hit a home run. He had too much pine tar on his bat, and they called him out. George Brett just lost it. Like, he ran out of the... It was one of the funniest things.
That's a pretty iconic one right there.
That's probably... The 0-1 for Pankratz, and just a bit outside. As Ellie checked down with the first base umpire.
I've yet to see a brawl either.
1-1.
In any of the MLB games that I've watched this year.
The only Brewer brawl I can really remember...
Was it one against the Braves or the Pirates?
I can remember the Pirates one really well. I was watching that in my living room, and when Martin Maldonado just decked a guy, like you can see it if you rewatch that. But you know the funny thing about both of those, the one in Atlanta and in Pittsburgh, is that it was caused by the same player. It was caused by Carlos Gomez. Of course, Garrett Cole didn't help in that Pittsburgh one. 2-2. And that is a line drive down the left field line, and that is going to be caught by Walker Smith.
What a catch by Smith. That was just outstanding. He got a great jump on it, and then the extension on the dive. Wow.
Nice catch by Walker Smith.
You can't do anything except tip your cap to him on a play like that.
That was a good hit. It was good contact.
That can be frustrating.
And, you know, there's a 50% chance that Smith doesn't make that catch, too. He dies too early. He dives too early. He dives too late. I mean, there's and as he's squaring to bunt, and that is a strike. 0-1. 0 for 3 today. Hunter Vandenhinden. Despite my horrible handwriting. The 0-1. In there for a strike, 0-2.
I was expecting this part of the order to try to get a little bit of something done, but
Inning's not over yet. Low and outside.
No base runners yet.
Inning is not over yet. On ball and 2 strikes.
Breeze kind of picking up a little bit too again. The American flag back there in center field.
1-2. Van Hinden on the ground to short. Right to Popham. Fields it on a hop. Throw to first in time. And that does it for the Broncos in the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It is still 4-1 Lakemen on Zaleski Sports.
The big thing for Farmer State Bank is we're a community-oriented bank. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community and do whatever we can to help and give back. Our slogan is investing in you, and we pride ourselves on that.
Four to 1 Lakemen here in the bottom of the 8th inning, as what might be the last at-bats the Lakemen will get today, as Wyatt Ranke back out for another inning. As 7, 8, 9 due up for the Lakemen here.
Just about to hit 2 hours on the broadcast as well.
Well, we had some internet issues a little while ago, but it's done pretty well. It's been...
This is what you got to love about being in the central Wisconsin area, where a lot of places feel like the middle of nowhere.
Except our feed might be a little lagged. That might be the problem. We might have a little bit of a lag in the feed, so we might be maybe a few seconds ahead of where the game actually is at. But so Jason Ellie ready to lead things off. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Jason Ellie is 0 for 3. He's flown out to center, grounded to the pitcher, and grounded into a double play. So, been a bit of a tough day at the plate for Ellie.
Try to get out of that hitting slump.
0-1, and that's in there for a strike. So apparently that is going to be a new strike call now.
I mean, if you make it fair for one team, you got to make it fair for the other team.
Yes. Whoa, that's a called strike 3. All right. One gone. I don't think I've seen that pitch called all day.
Yeah, that was one of the first high, and that looked like it was low inside.
Ellie is not happy.
Oh.
Wow. Walker Smith will now bat. Smith 1 for 3 with a single. He's grounded out to third and short.
And he's had the web gem of the day.
Yes, a great catch to rob an extra base hit, at least a double from Luke Kostrova. Wyatt Ranke deals the 1-0, and that is in there. So that's going to be the strike. He's called that. But anyway, what I was going to say is if you call it one way for another team, it's like, yes, you're technically correct. However, that's not always the case. That
is very true.
That doesn't always happen, as that is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Trust me, I've been in plenty of baseball games where I don't think maybe the umpire necessarily favored the other team, but it was not evenly called. Just remember the time when they called a strike on me when the ball bounced in the dirt. Never forget that. Literally.
That ended up happening.
I heard it bounce in the dirt, and he called it a strike. I didn't swing at it, because then it would have been a strike. But 3-1 to Walker Smith, and that is low and outside.
That's just crazy that something like that has happened.
So ball 4, so Walker Smith with a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up
number 7?
Number 7, Devin Geary. Devin Geary batting.
I pitch inside right there from Rinky. A little bit of chatter going on in the Bonduel dugout.
1-0, and that is outside. Yeah, I don't really know who's yelling at who.
At this point, I think a lot of them are just yelling at
2-0
the
as
home plate
Geary
umpire.
takes one inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
It's been a very quiet game so far.
It's been some tension, put it that way. It's probably the lightest way I could put it. 3-0, and Geary takes a strike.
Four runs in the third inning from Waupaca, and then the 1 run in the top of the 7th.
Which I thought was the end of the game, which is my fault.
That's all right.
3-1. Geary lines one into center field. Going back is Chase Renke back and makes the catch. No tag from Walker Smith.
Must not have been deep enough.
Good route run there by Chase Renke. So 2 outs, and back to the top of the order is Johnny Popham. He is 3 for 3 with a walk today. Good day at the plate so far for Popham.
5 plate appearances, pretty good.
He's singled 3 times and walked. First pitch is in there for a strike 0-1.
That's a nice pitch right there from Renke. Almost looked like a changeup kind of pitch, but I'm going to go with it was a fastball because his fastball doesn't have much to it. But it's working.
The 0-1. High and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Walker Smith at first. Here's the 1-1 to Popham. Popham fouls one out of play. It's 1-2.
When this game started, I wasn't too fond of Bonduel's uniforms, but they're starting to grow on me a little bit.
They kind of look like old school Atlanta Braves jerseys.
I could totally see that, yeah.
That is a bit high.
Like the cream color, it's just something I don't care too much for.
The Braves kind of used to wear those uniforms in the 90s, like when Chipper Jones and Fred McGriff. 2-2. And Popham on the ground that hits the mound, and Frost slaps the tag on him. Heck of a play by Adam Frost. Slaps the tag on Walker Smith, and the side.
Last chance for Bonduel coming up. If this game goes 9 innings.
If we are going. What do you mean by that?
I'm referring to a joke. I'll tell you over break.
Okay, all right. We'll be back after this on Zaleski Sports. 9th inning coming up. It's still 4-1 Lakemen.
At Blanker Construction, the focus is on building something great. Find a personable experience that understands your needs, followed by a customized interior and exterior design. Our project managers, carpenters, and designers on site are hard at work with only one goal in mind: building you the home of your dreams. When you're ready to build your new forever home, look to Blanker Construction, your custom home builder serving all of central Wisconsin. Find your inspiration online at blankerco.com or stop in on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Build something great with Blanker Construction.
Jake Pankratz out for another inning here in the top of the ninth, as that's in there for a strike. 0-1 on Jack Ranke. Heel 1. Ranke swinging a miss. 0-2. The 0-2. And that's a called strike 3. One gone. I got to tell you, Brendan, I mean, you can answer me this question. I don't think he was calling that pitch at the beginning of the game. That higher.
I most definitely agree with you there. Once this game started, it was typically things towards the knees that were being called, but now it's
as that is swung on and fouled
towards my car again.
0-1 on wire. I said
it's most definitely been a change. I will agree with you.
It's very inconsistent. It's very inconsistent. I will agree. The 0-1 as that is sent foul. Hey, nice stop by the Bonduel third base coach. Actually, a pretty nice stop. It had a little bit of heat on it.
It was pretty clean.
0-2.
I've seen our good friend here at Zaleski, Bill Held, though, the Amherst coach. He's made some pretty nice stops.
Yeah. Bill Held, who also works for us. Nice guy. Good coach.
If you're watching, Bill, hello. We say hi.
I don't know if he is or not. 1-2 is a called strike.
Another one. 1 out away.
And
just like that.
That is going to bring on Easton Ranke.
Unless this game goes 11 innings. Back to that one again.
Easton Ranke versus Jake Pankratz. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1.
Pankratz really working the strike zone now, but I'm also wondering if this umpire's kind of just done.
It's an interesting point of view, and that is inside 1-1. It's been interesting, I'll put it that way, because I really don't want to criticize officials because it's not really looking too good, but that is inside again. 2 balls and 1 strike. But it's been very inconsistent, and it's been very just kind of uneven with what's been called and what hasn't been called. I'll put it that way. I'm just going to put it out there. 2-1. And that is fouled off. It's 2-2.
1 strike away.
Easton Ranke trying to keep the game alive for Wyatt Ranke. And Wyatt Ranke, if Easton Ranke reaches, Wyatt Ranke will try to keep the game alive for the top of the order. The 2-2. And that's ball 3. Okay.
Close.
All right.
That one was called a strike at the beginning of the game.
And I think it was called a strike sometime in this inning, I think. Full count. Here's a 3-2. And that is ball 4. So Easton Ranke keeps the game alive. That'll bring on Wyatt Ranke. A 2-out walk.
Need another base runner to have a chance, Wyatt.
Wyatt Ranke 0 for 3 today.
Yes, this is the back-to-back-to-back batters of all Rankes.
Yeah, then you got Jack Ranke in the mid part of the order, the 6th spot. Roll back and back with a
almost
dive.
Half the lineup. Ranke.
I said, Bonduel pitching staff has done a pretty good job today, keeping the Lakemen just 1 inning, basically the third of the inning.
Yes. Only 1 out they needed, and actually 1 strike.
Yeah.
1 strike away. But Brendan Canterbury ended up.
0-1. That is low. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike. I think from now on I'm not gonna jump to conclusions with the strikes too early anymore because I can't, or balls either. I can't, because I just can't predict what's going to be called, which is not really a good.
You just gotta wait to see what he says.
Not a good thing, by the way. And that's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
They need at least another base runner to keep things interesting here.
Well, another base runner would be then a home run would. And Ranky
Yes.
on the ground too
That
short.
might do it.
Popham's going to take it to second himself, and that is the game this time. I was right. As that is the end of the game, the Waupaca Lakemen are victorious. They win it 4-1 over the visiting Bonduel Broncos. The Lakemen score 4 runs, all coming in the third inning, and that is all they needed. A great job by Adam Kennedy and Jake Pankratz, pitching-wise, to hold the Bonduel Broncos to 1 run. Pretty good pitching performance by the Bonduel Broncos. They unfortunately just come up a bit short in this one. And some questionable strike calls will certainly be something we'll address maybe in the post-game show. That is coming up next, the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, you can get your fresh cheese curds made daily in Marshfield or Curtis or anytime at NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy post-game show is coming up after this. Again, final score, Waupaca Lakemen 4, Bonduel Broncos 1. Back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 19. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
The big thing for Farmers State Bank is we're a community-oriented bank. We support the community as much as we can. We support all different kinds of organizations, whether it's church organizations or youth organizations, arts organizations, sports, all those things. We help out where we can. The big thing for us is we want to show that we're part of the community and do whatever we can to help and give back. Our slogan is investing in you, and we pride ourselves on that.
Mic check, 1, 2. No, wait. We're gonna run out of time anyways. People are already like calling it.
Oh, well, let's just try to turn on the volume.
You're going out of my way. 1, 2, 1. Oh, it's gonna be loud. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Masonville Daily Post Game Show 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Masonville Dairy Postgame Show.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, just here. I'll talk into it. You just listen to it.
Yo, what's up? Testing.
It works.
It's up to you.
I'm wondering if it's like downward though. Because that's still picking me up talking.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll go far away.
Here. Oh, here.
I'm gonna like go far away.
You don't gotta be scared.
1, 2, 1, 2.
It's picking it up.
All right.
What do you want to do?
I would try to get him. If he's not there, I'll just be like, we'll call it. Otherwise, I can just close things out too when I'm on the mic.
Yeah.
Well, we get him at home.
I'm still here.
Yes.
Down to do an interview with me for Zaleski. Probably just somewhere on the field.
Go get the house! House! Hey, you got the dogs. You don't understand how many home videos. We get home videos.
I'll try to figure out where he wants us to stand.
Whatever works.
Cool.
Anything's good.
Maybe, yeah, sure. In fact, then I gotta talk to my dad.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the Masonville Dairy Post-Game Show. Brendan Retzloff joined alongside Adam Kennedy. Adam, in this one, you pitched very well. You had about 7 innings worth of pitching done. Just tell me how you felt in your performance today.
I felt really good. I mean, coming into it, usually we have Cam Seidel, who's just our ace, and he usually pitches Sunday, but got a shot and wanted to take it as much as I could with it and pitch as long as I could. They're a good hitting team typically, so yeah, it was good. I felt really good.
Yeah, I thought you were pitching really well throughout this one. You really stuck with the fastball. You You did have a few change-up pitches, which, I mean, I thought those locations were really good. The umpire's location for the strike zone, a little interesting.
A little bit, yeah.
Today. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, you got to just pitch him where he's calling them, and luckily they were swinging a lot of my fastballs, and I was getting some pretty soft contact, so I can live with that.
Yeah, and then you also had a lot of your teammates backed you up here in this one. There was a gem of a catch in the outfield.
Right.
There were also a few RBI singles that were in the third inning of this one, and it kind of just let you take control. Like, how much did that help the momentum for you guys?
Once we got that first couple runs, it was just a weight off my back. It's so much easier to pitch with the lead, and felt good, and I knew I could hold them to at least 1 or 2 and be just fine with that. So
that's awesome. Congratulations on the win. I'll put you in the highlight house here, so I'll hand the mic to you. You say your full name and that you're in the house.
Sounds good.
And our mic obviously right over there, and I'll let you know when to go.
All right. I'm Adam Kennedy, and I'm in the house. Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you
game,
so
man.
much. Of course. Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us here for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Brendan Retzloff joined alongside Jack Weber for this one. Final score, 4-1 the Waupaca Lakemen over the Bonduel Broncos. We will see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.